We live for him, and he cares for us. This is the way that he's set up the world. We were made to be in this deep unity, not only with each other, but with the God who made us. And in fact, it's not possible for us to be united with each other in deep ways, in ways that last, unless we do it in God. We won't be able to achieve it, being united with each other. And so the way that it's set up, just like we talked about in that second story where, all the people, Jesus fed the 5,000, right? They all had a mission at that moment. There was something they needed to do, go out and listen to the teaching of Jesus in the wilderness, but they didn't have any food. But they went ahead and did what God was asking them to do anyway, trusting that God would provide what they needed. And that is an image. It's a very dramatic one because it's a miracle. He doesn't necessarily do supernatural miracles every single day in our lives, although he does do kinds of miracles every single day in our lives. But this is the way that we were designed to live. We trust him, we do what he's asking us to do, and then he's the one who takes care of us. That is totally different from the way that our culture and many of us grew up learning that we've got to take care of ourselves. We've got to take care of ourselves. That is not at all the teaching of Jesus. The teaching of Jesus is that God is going to take care of us. Instead, and so here's the big problem in the world that we see. Instead of living that way, we decided to live for ourselves. We decided, I've often said, if you've been around Community of Hope long enough, I've often talked about one of my grandfathers who was not a believer. This was sort of his mantra in life was look out for number one. Like, don't be concerned about other people because that's just kind of a waste of time. You need to make sure you've got what you need. And this is what he taught his family and the way that he lived his life. It is the opposite of what Jesus teaches. But this is how most of the world lives. Whether we say it out loud or not, we spend our time and our energy trying to make sure that we have what we need, trying to make sure that we are taken care of. Almost all of the thoughts of most human beings are just about themselves. And so check out this verse. This is just one of the deepest verses in the Bible. And it's one of those that can wash over your mind very quickly, and maybe you don't recognize what it's actually saying. What we're being told is to do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. You're going to look to other people's interests, what's actually good for the other people around me, not spending most of my time worried about what's good for me. Now, this is what we have failed to do. Selfish ambition, what is that exactly? It means trying to beat other people, trying to win, trying to be better than them, trying to get more than other people, trying to make sure that I have, first of all, and then other people can have. That is selfish ambition. And it is the motivation for the vast, vast majority of everything that people do. Vain conceit is just like it. If selfish ambition is trying to outdo other people, trying to be better than them, then vain conceit is thinking you are better than them.